Hi, how are you? She says it's not nerve-wracking, but it is. I'm already tearing up because I already know this story pretty well, so I'm kind of just gonna wing it. So I hope that I don't ramble too much, but I think that my goal today is to share something that if you're still on your journey, that you can take a piece of this and maybe motivate it, motivate yourself to continue what you're doing if you're somewhere on your own journey. And if you're not, or you don't have a journey to a physical transformation, you're going to have challengers that are just like me or feel some of the way that I felt. And if this can help you coach them, I think that it is worth sharing, even if I cry in front of 1,000 people. So, I am a big loser. I started childhood, always kind of insecure and trying my hardest to fit in, and I never really seemed to get there. My parents worked really hard to send us to a really good school in a really good neighborhood, but then we were the people who didn't have the right clothes or the right whatever. I didn't even know what a brand name was, and I was getting made fun of for it. So I had a lot of insecurity and depression struggles really early, and that continued throughout my life. And I was never, I wouldn't say I was huge as a kid, but I was never just some skinny rail. I was always kind of sturdy, like I am now. And that's what I like to say. Some people say husky, and I hate that word. So, excuse me. So, moving on with life, then I went to college, and when I left college, I decided to come home and be a bartender. And that was great for my self-esteem because everybody loves the person who makes your drinks, right? I know I still do. But it also leads to a lifestyle that isn't so great. And so I spent a lot of time partying, and I found a way to kind of self-medicate a lot of pain that I had carried over the years by making poor choices. And so I kind of started to lose myself. So I'd already lost my self-confidence. And then I started kind of lose myself in my 20s. At least I felt like I was finding myself, but it was kind of a lie. So in my 20s, I struggled a little up and down with weight here and there, and I'd say a lot, I guess. But I just faked it till I make it. You wanted me at your party. I was fun. And I just tried to live life and think I was doing well. And then one day I decided I needed to grow up if I wanted to live the life I wanted to live, and I should probably go back to school and get a grown-up job because I didn't want to end up in the bar at 50 with no family or a family I didn't see. So I went to nursing school, and I lost sleep. I lost a lot of things. I told you I'm a loser. So I lost self-confidence. I had lost my way, kind of. So when I found my way back to my path for my life, that's when I met my husband. And things were great, and we quickly fell in love, and we got married, which was fine, and I was very overweight at this point. I was over probably 200 pounds, but I was happy. But his dad was really sick. He had cancer. He had 3 different kinds of cancer. Never smoked, never drank, and got them all. And we fought it for years, and we didn't think he'd make it to our wedding. And when he did, we were happy, but we had a baby on the way, and we didn't think he'd make it to that. And when he did, we were happy, and then he passed. He was 53. His name was Michael. So that was my father-in-law, and that was a really difficult way to start a marriage. And what happened after that was I started to lose my husband. He started to lose himself. He was depressed. He was not handling things. That's his story to tell, but he was not handling things well, and it was everything I could do to just hold on. I was going to school full-time, 9 months pregnant, and just trying to finish my degree, and then this stuff kept happening. It just kept happening, and every time I thought I was doing something right and moving ahead, something else would just come at me. And I felt like Excuse me. Well, they just won't stop. I apologize. They just leak. I felt like I didn't know how I was going to dig myself out of this depression. It was like kind of sinking down on my house, and my husband was just, I just felt like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I was losing my mind. So things, we started after about a year, things started to get better a little bit, and we got really good news that we were going to have a baby, a second child. So we were so happy, and I think we really latched on to that as like, this is going to save us and fix things and make everything better, and we lost that baby. So I wish I could skip that part. It's just the biggest part. We lost that baby almost 6 months in, and that was the end of me. It was just the end. I could not function. I could barely take care of the daughter I had. I was there, but I was not present. I was so depressed, I would go through the motions. I had this depressed husband because he had his own grief. I had a 2-year-old, and I had this horrible loss, and I just didn't know how I was going to go on. At this point, I got upwards of 250 pounds. And it was not a good place to be. It was somewhere where I felt I had no hope and no idea where I could go to get out of this place. I was unhappy all the time. I was losing, my marriage was crumbling. I almost lost my husband. And to be honest, I almost lost my life. If I didn't have that 2-year-old, I probably wouldn't be here. She is the only thing that kept me from completely losing it. In a way, I can't even tell you how real it is still to me right now. It was a very real thing. So one day she got on the floor in front of me and she put her 2 hands on my cheeks. You know how they notice you're not looking at them and they get right up in your grill? And she put both hands on my cheeks and she said, "Are you happy, Mommy?" Oh my God. I just looked at her. This girl I promised to take care of and always tell the truth to, and I couldn't say yes. But I didn't need her to know that, but I knew right then she was looking at me, and she said that because she could tell I wasn't. I was not happy at all, but I really, really wanted to be. And that was the moment for me that I would call my rock bottom. So it gets better from here, so I'm sorry. So I decided to talk to a girl at work who kept saying she was doing Insanity, and we had no money. We were so broke. We were selling things on Craigslist to pay bills. My husband was a plumber. He was working hard, but the money is never enough. We had baby in the house, and we were just doing the best we could to pay the rent. And then I want to go join a gym. That's not going to happen, or this and that. So I decided that rather than lose my mind and my life and my spirit, I wanted to try and lose some weight. So I did. I told my friend at work, Mia, love you, Mia. I said, "Hey, when you're done with that Insanity, will you lend it to me?" "I don't have no money, that's expensive." So she said, "Sure." So she brought it to work, and I was, I think at this point, 250 pounds or so. And I found out 2 days after she gave it to me that I was pregnant again. Holy cow, I was so scared. But everything came out wonderfully, and I have my son Elijah now. So he is my little rainbow baby. But here's the deal. I decided before I found out I was pregnant that I was going to change, and I meant it. I made a decision that I was done feeling that way and done letting circumstances make me feel like less. I was done letting outside forces make me feel like I didn't deserve good things. And I was done always feeling like everything happened to me and I had no control. So when I started to work on my fitness journey, this most amazing thing happened. By taking control of my fitness, I took control of my entire life. Slowly but surely, like dominoes. So I started working on my eating and staring at that DVD, Insanity. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I watched that infomercial and I said, those people are crazy, I can't do that. And then in my head I said, I can do that. I know I can do that. I don't know why, but I just watched that. That Tanya and her before and after. I'm like, her before looks better than my after will. That's what we call skinny fat. She looked good. She had abs in the before. It made me so mad. I could do that. And then I'd say, I can't do that. What am I thinking? I'm crazy. So I made this promise to myself that I would do that program as soon as the doctor cleared me. And he said at 6 weeks I could start working out. By the time I had my baby and started Insanity, I was 232 pounds. I lost 20 pounds by the time I had the baby and was 4 weeks postpartum just by working on my food. So that was my first loss. Then I did Insanity. In that 60 days, I lost 35 pounds. So, thank you. So that was cool, right? 35 pounds, doing Insanity. I remember doing the fit test and lying on the couch with a purple face, like I had a heart attack. And my husband, I made him leave the house when I took the pictures. I wouldn't even let him be in the room. I used the timer cam, and he came back inside. He went out on the patio with my daughter, and he came back inside, and I just looked at him, and I was like, I think I'm dying. He's like, you're not gonna do that again, are you? No, I'm never doing that again. That I don't know what I was thinking. That was the fit test. It's 20 minutes long. So the next day, I surprised even myself, and I said, well, I worked nights. I was up all morning with my daughter. I got an hour till work. I think I'll do this. And I put it in and I pushed play. And that's how I lost that 35 pounds. It was one day at a time and one X on the calendar each time. Thank you. So then I got assigned a coach, right? Have you ever had a free lead in your account? You say, that's not one of those real leads. I'm that real lead that you get for free for hitting FC5. And I was assigned to my coach, Tanya Landis, Team 360. Woo! And she sent me these emails, and I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not talking to that lady. She wants to sell me something. I ignored her emails. I ignored her. One day she texted me on my cell phone. I told my husband, the bitch is texting me. I am never answering that text message, ever. I already knew what I wanted to do next. I wanted to do T25, because I fell in love with Shaun T. Yeah, right? But my life circumstances hadn't changed that much. I was still 200 pounds. I lost some, yeah, right? I was 212 or something at this point. But I didn't win the lottery. I still had no money. So I asked my mom for Christmas. She bought me T25 off of Amazon. Thanks, Mom. So I did that, and I lost 27 more pounds, I think, in those 10 weeks. So that was good, right? And then I was kind of like, I don't know what I want to do next. And I'm like, I don't know what I should do next. Should I go back and do Insanity? Well, I was back at work, because I had started the Insanity the first time at 4 weeks postpartum. Did I mention that? 4 weeks, I didn't wait for that 6 weeks. I just said, I'm now or never. I was talking myself out of it the closer it got, so I just said, let's go. And I just made myself lose the mindset that I couldn't do this and change into, maybe I can, right? Maybe I can. And something about Shaun T speaks to me really deeply. I feel like he's looking at me saying, get up off the couch, you don't have any excuses. And I would look at that Tanya doing her modifying, and be like, I can do that, I would just keep going. I modified both programs, by the way. So don't think you can't lose weight if you modify. I didn't do one jump. one burpee. I modified everything, right? Because my knees hurt. I have scoliosis. My back is curved. I played catcher all through elementary school, junior high, and high school. I have terrible knees. So I was carrying around a little bit of extra weight that probably didn't help either of those problems. So, excuse me. Somebody tell me when that shit's happening. So, I'll hold the microphone right there. So next, let's see. So I didn't know what to do next. So finally I told my husband, maybe I'll answer one of those text messages. Just to ask her what to do next. And she said, oh, you should do Chalene Extreme. Well, no, she said, well, you know, you could do this too, or you could do that. Well, what, you know, if you're gonna sign up, you should probably sign up as a discount coach because it's cheaper. And then you could try Shakeology. And I was already drinking protein shakes from Costco that cost $20 a month, so I didn't need her Shakeology. Have you heard that before? I had my protein shake, and I said, this lady's gonna tell me I need Shakeology to lose weight, but I already lost 55 pounds. I don't need Shakeology to lose weight, right? So I finally decided, you know, because I'm a female, I have ovaries, I like a sale. So I bought the challenge pack that was on sale, and I went for it. And I was like, all right, discount coach, I know how to cancel that. I put a reminder, I don't know if you know this, I put a reminder in the calendar of my phone on the 25th day, cancel Shakeology, you will be charged $125. I didn't have $125, just so you know. I had $0. And then, you know, while I was waiting for that package to come, I said something on Facebook that I was gonna do it. And by the way, I am posting this journey the whole time. The very first sweaty selfie, that day of insanity, red face, heart attack, 0 comments, 0 likes, not one. Crickets. You know why? Because if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. And nobody wanted to say, bitch, you're crazy! You know? No one wanted to say, she's never gonna finish that. Excuse my mouth, you guys, I'm sorry, it happens. Aubrey Alabos, you owe me $20, I know, because I swore. Sorry. So, let's speed this up. What do I have left? So, I got my program, and then someone messaged me and said they wanted to know what I was doing, and I said, well, you should be a discount coach, because it's cheaper, and I know that because my coach just pulled this on me last week. So, I signed her up. And then I started watching YouTube videos. Who's this Scotty Hobbs character? I think you just saw him in that video. Google this, Google that, watch this, watch that. Maybe I should ask my coach. Maybe I will coach. Let me see what she thinks. Well, she couldn't answer me. She was on a cruise with Beachbody. So I had no one to ask for help because she was in Disneyland. And I didn't know her really very well anyway because I was just a free lead. So I said, well, everything I'm watching from these crazy people on YouTube says that if I'm going to sign someone up, I should probably sign up my husband, so I did. And I signed him up and went Emerald. So when she came back from her cruise, I think she was like, what just happened? Who's this? And I went Diamond in 69 days, and that's just in the coaching part. And I decided to do P90X3. And so I did that, and I don't know a number for that, but I know I got the best arms and back and shoulders I ever had. I could do a pull-up, which I had never done. And then I said, you know, I haven't changed. I haven't lost any weight in months. So something's got to still be wrong. Something's not right? What am I doing wrong? I'm working out every day. So I decided to get the 21-day fix, and then I lost another 20 pounds. I kept doing T25 with my challenge group, then I did 21-day fixed nutrition with P90X3 and lost that 20 pounds, just by changing my portions with that program. So I guess from my heaviest point till now, I think the numbers are a little off. I can tell you that I'm at 99 pounds. I told you I was a loser. So in losing all of those other things, including my baby and myself and my self-confidence, my identity, almost my marriage, my whole life changed. And I started to get my finances together, and I started to working on my marriage more, and working on myself and my emotional health and that personal development, right? That stuff's a joke until you believe it, and then it works. And then after that, I guess, for July, I won the Beachbody Challenge monthly prize. I won the daily prize, then I won the monthly prize in July last summer. And then I was in this final round to be on stage at Summit, and I lost that also. So that was a bitter pill to swallow, because I really wanted that free hotel. I blame you all, corporate people. I'm very bitter. But I did my best, and that's all I can do. So now, and here I am now, right? 16 months as a coach, 16 months Success Club 10, and you can all do the same thing. You can all do that same thing. The only reason I never was a Success Club 5 person was because I just picked 10 first, right? It's whatever goal you pick. And so I have this business that I run with my husband on there too, and I'm doing pretty well. I have big goals to do better, but I just want you to remember how much I had to lose to get ahead. By losing everything that mattered to me, or that probably is important, I was able to gain it all back, but stronger. I was able to gain self-respect and self-confidence. I was able to gain friendships through this team, hope for the future, save up. We are in our first home now. Actually, last night I lost my identity. I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook, but I lost that too. Someone stole that. But you know what? I have a roof over my head, right? I lose everything, I'm telling you. So just remember that no matter how big of a loser you feel, or that challenger you have that doesn't believe they can do it, they can do it. They just need the belief and to decide to change, and to see that sometimes you have to lose to win. Right? Thank you guys.